Hi, and welcome to Ocean Yemi's channel. Please like and subscribe. Today I'm going to talk about empaths. Um, it's going to be very short as this is my first video for a long time. I do hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Um, Empaths. What are empaths? Are the empaths are a person with prior normal ability to receive mental or emotional state of another person. They are different types of empaths. There's a physical empath, there's an intuitive empath, and there's an emotional empath. There's a flora empath, there's a dreams empath, there's an earth empath, there's a telepathic empath. Now, empaths are very susceptible to areas, particularly they feel everything around them, like people, you name it, they feel it. So empaths are very much in tune with the world. An empath is a person who absorbs other people's emotions. So you take on a lot of people's emotions, their stresses, their hurts. You can be like not too close to a person, well, a couple meters, and you can feel their every movement, their every need, if they're hurting, if they're aching. You can actually protect yourself from becoming susceptible to as like attacks, because an empath person can be attacked specifically, unknowingly, unwittingly, but you don't realize unless you know yourself really well. Empaths can protect themselves with crystals, baths, um, and the crystals is harmonite, onyx, and yeah, there's quite a few crystals. I can't remember off the top of my head right now, but those are a couple crystals. You can also, when you're around people, you fold your arms. You don't be in places where you shouldn't be. If you feel uncomfortable and you feel that every time you're near a person and they're angry and you're feeling their stuff, maybe you need not to be near that person. Empaths are very, yeah, as it says, intuitive. So intuitive meaning that how you can probably read a person from a mile away. You know what they're thinking. Um, you can be slightly unbalanced by their thinking. You can get quite angry. So empaths are very much what you call it, in tune with the world, the earth around them. Um, I feel that empaths is like they're like healers as well, but they don't know it. Some don't know it. Some know, some don't know. So empaths are very much, they're like earth based, and like even when the sky is grey, they be feeling grey or purple, or you know um the best way for you to get grounded is by eating ground food, because I was always told that at one point, and I always was not, because I'm a little bit of a rebel, so I always thought, um I don't follow like certain things, but sometimes it's good to follow what you've been advised. Earth foods is best to be eaten, like yams, potatoes, however you eat them, because it's all ground food. So you have to ground yourself initially so that you don't feel like everybody's woes, basically. Um, Being an empath is good for when you're a therapist, healer, I'll say, because then like you're more in tune, you more have a sympathetic side manner. Um, if you have a weakness in certain things, you have to deal with it. You really have to deal with your stuff. You cannot be not in tune. Hold on, I'm coming back. It's a good thing they can't hear you. She's probably got whoever's gone now. Oh, it's okay. He's not gone. He's there. Hi, I'm back. Sorry about that. Hi, Nathan. You all right? Nice to see you. Oh, you're in Idaho. What time is it there? Because it's like 12, 2 minutes past 12 here right now. So, oh yeah, as I was saying, yeah, empath protection. You have and we feel something. Basically, we are we zone in on people. I will say we zone in, and we can feel well. Empaths feel a lot of stuff. They can actually channel. You're actually a channel as well. An empath can be a channel, but you don't realize you're channeling at the same time. So there is a lot of, you know, empaths have certain traits as well, which I wanted to show, because like we have, like there are certain traits as well that an empath have. Oh yeah, let me do. What are the signs of an empath? That's very important. Okay. Right. The term empath, let's put it on the screen. The term empath comes from empathy, which is an ability to understand the experiences and the feelings of others outside of your own perspective. For example, say your friend just lost their dog for 15 years. Empathy is what allows you to understand the level of pain she is going through, even if you have never lost a beloved pet. But as an empath, you take things a step further. You actually sense and feel the emotions as if you are part of your own experience. In other words, someone else's pain, happiness becomes your pain and happiness, which is just key to this presentation. Don't know whether you can see it, but yeah. But with this is just key, but that's what it says. Empathic people are very susceptible to certain things, like, you know, this is our safe space, I suppose. You take comfort in nature. Anyone can benefit from spending time in natural settings, but empaths may feel even more drawn to nature and remote areas since natural environments provide a calming space to rest from overwhelming sensations, sounds, and emotions. You might feel completely at peace when hiking alone in a sunlit forest or watching waves crash against the shore. Even a quiet walk through a garden or an hour sitting under trees may lift your spirits, soothe overstimulation, and help you relax. So, empaths, we require a lot of space. I mean, I've gone back to doing my gardening quite recently, and I find touching soil helps me as well. So that's another way in which, as an empath, you feel like you can release, basically. You know, you're touching Gaia, touching Mother Earth. A lot of empath likes to be around children as well. You know, when you're around children, because it brings, like, I mean, there's always a link to the inner child in it. So most empaths, you have that link with children, understanding children. Higher copper, understanding children. You know, you you can live quite simple, really. You don't really, like, empaths don't really require a lot, I will say. You know, um you have to know how to channel that empathic empathic power that you have on you as well, because like I said, not everybody knows that they are empathic. So basically, you have to be able to protect yourself as an empath. Like I said, like crossing your hands, crossing your arms, specifically. Crossing your arms specifically, you have to know your limits. So I'm going to look up the protections that you should do to protect your energy. So this is a way of protection, basically. I'm going to show right now how you can protect. I'm just going to go through the real simple thing. I'm not going to go to the page because because the page can say a lot of things. Well, you just need like a small thing. So basically, you set boundaries. Having healthy boundaries is important for all of us. But if you are an empath, it can be particularly useful. Give journaling a go. Start a mindfulness practice. Try and visualization techniques. Get back to nature regularly. Plan for emotional overload. There's a bit more. I'm not going to read through the whole thing because it makes no sense. I'm reading through the whole thing. Plan for emotion overload is what I said. Oh, okay, those are the only ones. So basically, setting boundaries, for instance, if you can, let me check the screen. Setting boundaries. You have to have healthy boundaries. It is important for all of us. But if you are empath, it can be particularly useful. But empaths often feel so full of other people's emotions that they lose track of their own needs. And learning to say no more, knowing when to step away from situations, and prioritizing self-care is key. So you have to know when to say no and when to say yes. Don't just say yes every single minute. Somebody say, okay, let's go here, you go there. Journaling is good. So if you're feeling overwhelmed with emotion, it can help to get it out in some way. There are lots of different options, but one enjoyable way is journaling, putting pen to paper. So you write in your emotions. Today I feel blur, tomorrow I feel starting mindfulness yoga, but I'm sure everybody knows what the mindfulness yogas are. But I mean, it lists like mindful coloring, walking, but obviously because we're in this situation of the lockdown, right, you have to try and find a way so that you can do your mindfulness as well. Try visualization techniques. And I also think playing music, that also helps too. You know, you're playing music, you're singing, taking walks through the nature regularly, like going to the parks. Some people climb mountains, all sorts of things. So that's a way of protecting yourself from, attacks, basically. Knowing where to be and when to be where, that is also, you get a feeling, your gut feeling as well. I think that's a part of being an empath too. getting a gut feeling, okay, I don't want to be there, and then you just don't be there. You know what I mean? You just make an excuse. You say, no, not today, honey, not coming today, maybe next time. Then just you just take time for yourself, because you're the most important person. Without you, the world don't go around, basically. And you have to know, like, your boundaries is very important. I think people forget their boundaries, so you have to know when there is a yes moment and a no moment, because you can say whatever and then you can change your mind like 5 minutes. So basically, I thought I'd do this live because, being a little bit empathic myself, I thought this would be very helpful than me saying, oh yeah, and like, giving a long speech about the it doesn't make no sense, because some people do not know that they have empath, that they are empaths. They don't know, they don't realize it. They don't realize it. It takes something for them to realize, okay, this is what's happening to me. So, like, you have to know, like, your limits. Like, you can't, but you can't use it as an excuse at the same time, because you still have to deal with normal life and normal living. You have to be very realistic to yourself. You cannot be like I said, use it as an excuse, because then it gets kind of stupid. It's not every situation, oh yeah, because I'm empathic, oh, this is why, blah. No. So it's like a knowing of yourself, basically. So as this is my first live on something completely different, so I thought I'd just come up and just do a little presentation on being an empath. Please like and subscribe. If this has helped you, please comment at the bottom. Let me know if it's helped. I'll put some of the links underneath the video so you can see for yourself. I think there is also an empath test, because everybody thinks now they're empaths all of a sudden, which is not necessarily, because you can be a seer, you can be something else, but like it says, like, you can be intuitive as well. So we won't rule out the whole thing. It's just knowing, you know, like, it comes down to lineage as well, because sometimes, right, you have people who are seers in your family, empaths in your family. You don't even know unless you go research your whole family tree. You find out that how right they was healing and doing a whole heap of things. So it has a lot to do with knowing you, basically, but knowing that how people cannot take the mickey with you, basically. So you have to learn to say no, know when to say no, and know when to say yes. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm not saying just be like whatever. um I'm just being real. I'm not saying, I'm not preaching, because sometimes even I get slack too. So I'm not gonna say, yeah, it's this when it's not. Yeah, because you have to be real. This is the real world, right? It's not all fairy out there. So yeah, so with that said, I'm gonna come off and I'm gonna try to do my other lives, because I've got a backlog of them to catch up on. So um so have a good day, a good night. Nice to see the people in the chat as well. It's quite good. It's nice to see you all. I mean, it's been a long time, innit? So yeah, so have a nice day, have a good night. Like, comment. If you don't like it, dislike it. I ain't gonna not be vexed. If you like it. Leave a comment, and just give your opinion on, because that's all I ask for, basically. Give your feedback on the information, whether it's helpful or it's not helpful, because some people need it, some people don't need it. So I'm going to come off now before I start waffling. And yeah, have a good day. And also, I'm going to highlight the people that's on that's here in the chat. Nathan, and he's from Idaho, and Copper. Good to see you too as well. But yeah, this has been a long time because I need to actually do what I said I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to come off, and I hope you have a good day. Okay, bye.